on.
There you go.
Yeah, I did do that.
No, that's a hat.
Thank you, Mike.
Pirate.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are Not Great RPG, and we're here once again for the Lost Kings of Adoris. We'll go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves. Hi, Nidna. And then have a brief recap and pick up where we left off.
I'm John, and I play Marcus.
I'm Sarah, and I play Dandelion.
I'm Glenn, and I play Endgear.
I'm Autumn, and I play Twig.
I'm Mike, and I play Mr. Pigeon.
You guessed it, I'm Zonkey Kong, and I play Ren.
And I'm Don, and I'm fine. Octane, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you.
Thank you. Midna is gaming
That was a really
today.
angry screech.
Yeah.
She's just gonna scream.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Last week, you guys prepared to leave the city. You talked to Bernard a little bit about the fact that he is a Dampier, that he can go out in the daylight. And he tells you guys that he was bit, not born a Dampier, which is curious because that's the opposite of the things that you know so far about the one other Dampier that you have met in Madame Macabre, Elena. He was bit 5 years, 4 months, and 27 days... Oh, no, I'm sorry. He was bit 50 years ago.
Yep.
But Zalkeldi was here and killed 5 years, 4 months, and 27 days ago, exactly, according to Cookie's memory.
On the dot.
On the dot. He remembers every meal. You guys opened the potion from Zalkeldi, and there was a rotted floral smell from the seawater-looking potion with crystal clear water inside.
Little crystal-y things at the bottom.
Little crystal-y
right?
things
like
at the
crack
bottom.
rocks?
Yeah, the crack rocks at the bottom. Yes. You guys also heard about Dr. Calcium, the traveling dentist within the city, while speaking with Bernard as well. You guys were preparing to leave, went outside, were teaching Edgar about
Being a squire.
and
whipped him with a towel several times.
Whipped him with a towel several times.
I whipped the king.
Whipped the king with a towel.
As you do.
As you do.
As you do.
When you're a young Marcus lad, you whip kings.
Whip kings.
That'll be a new title, Don. King Whipper.
King Whipper.
I feel like maybe Marcus just read Hiding the Emperor one too many times.
That's all my father read to me as a boy. Doffed his heart. It is done.
It is done.
It's not sexual.
It wasn't
It's
in any way.
definitely not a sex thing.
It was super wasn't a sex thing, but you know. Captain Emmerich said that he would find out more information about Zalkeldi and send bird mail using the alias Zonkey Kong in the letter to describe the information to keep it secret. You guys learned about Gunter Claus, the Fey bear wizard from the Fae that has a fur beard, not a hair beard. Red tailored suit, gives gifts, and he hangs out at the summer court all the time. Which Dandelion's like, yeah, I know him. He's been there a bunch of times, no big deal.
Christmas.
Christmas is canon.
Is Christmas still in the midst of winter?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. It's a winter holiday.
And gifts are given.
Gifts are
Gifts are given.
Yeah.
In both the Feywild and in
Material.
the
Yep.
material.
Yeah.
And possibly other plants as well.
Possibly other plants. Maybe
Shadow
the
bear.
Shadow bear, yeah.
Shadow Claus.
Shadow claws. Nope. Because that's your thing. I don't want
Bone claw.
you guys met with the dentist on your way out of the city. Got some silvered teeth, several of you. Silver and adamantium teeth painted on.
Caps.
Caps.
Caps, not painted.
No, well, they were capped and then painted.
All right.
It was both.
It was both.
And then you also bought some brown paint from the dentist who had paint, and also learned about his rivals, Dr. Clay Ola, Dr. William Sherwood, and Gunter Claus Bear Paints Emporium that are out there.
Killers in the night.
There's also his father, Dr. Calcium, who is also a traveling dentist that they operate under the same banner, like father, like son.
As you do.
as you do, as is tradition. And then you guys head out of the city and headed south towards the city of Roselake, past across the border into Arbor. You guys are now traveling on your carriage with Cookie at the helm. If you guys would like to have any conversations about the things that you found within the city, the things that happened, your new friend Engear. There's also the 2 NPCs here. You guys have time to do that as you are traveling.
2 NPCs?
Cookie and Belle.
Oh, Bill. That's right.
So we were headed south towards Roselake, you said?
Yes.
And where is that in relation to the location that we know of in Arbor that we wanted to head toward ultimately?
This is the only map I got.
Same.
Yeah, I don't have an updated map of where that is, but it's more southern in the
Regions of
in the
Arbor?
regions of Arbor. Yes.
Okay, so we'd be going past Lake Mount South, passing a lot of, like, empty, a lot of...
There was a forest.
The windswept forest.
Yeah, I think there's one in Discord that has the updated one.
It's in the other world
and world
details. I
information.
think it's a couple up.
Yeah, you're passing, swinging around and coming down and ending up at Roselake on the other side of the windswept forest. If you guys would like to stop in Lake Mount, you're welcome to. If not, we can have you path through the windswept forest, or you can go around and pass Goldview. That is entirely up to you on your route.
On that particular map, where are we leaving from?
Number 25.
25. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, I would definitely want to stick to the roads.
Yep.
I mean, we know bandits are on the road, but we've got bandit killing gear. Like
A lot of
swords
it. Yeah.
and knives and claws. Teeth. You got any teeth? We'd sharpen them on some bandits if we get fucked with. Yeah, no, I mean, my vote is road.
Definitely stick to the road. Is going past Lake Mount more direct than... Because both of those roads leading into Goldview, the one comes out of Withier.
That was the, like, brigand place for the Crimson Dong.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where that is?
Yeah. Which, I mean, it might be emptied since we did effectively destroy the organization, at least in terms
Yeah,
of...
we also
its-
didn't leave anybody that saw us, correct?
Yeah.
No, Withier was the there was the smaller bandit city over there. Withier was the sister city of Southport.
Of Southport.
It's over a bridge on the other side of that lake.
Oh.
Is there any reason we wouldn't go through there?
No,
like
you
we
could
don't have
pass-
an in-world reason or in-character reason that we'd be like, that's Danger Town. Just
No.
because, like, technically going across, if we're gonna stick to the road, going over to Lake Mount is technically out of the way,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
both roads meet back up in Goldview.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's fair. You could path that way also.
Going that way.
All right.
Shortest distance.
Very good.
And then Goldview is where you were from.
Yep.
Is that right?
We're on a single carriage, and you said Cookie is currently occupying the reins.
Cookie is currently driving. Yes.
Very good. Is Cookie a good driver?
He is.
No, right.
Yeah, he's very good.
I feel
I'm
safe.
the best!
I'm the best driver in town. We're not in a town, so it's just Cookie. No competition.
I can drive.
Sure.
No.
No? Nothing.
Do you know much of the lands once we cross the border?
Nope. Not much at all. I mean, I would know the route that I took towards Ardale, but I didn't make it to Ardale. I stopped somewhere else and spoke with a duke, correct? And got told to fuck off? Or did I make it to Ardale and a duke told me of fuck off there?
I think that, but I will confirm.
I shall also look. Glorious Marcus timeline. I don't technically know.
It doesn't say.
I set out for the
set out
capital,
for
and
the
then the
capital.
Duke spoke with me.
I would say that you would have made it to the capital, and the Duke would have told you to fuck off, because it wouldn't make sense for you to have gone to a random city while on the way
Unless
to the capital.
my only thought was if it
Sure.
was on the way. I don't know the layout of Arbor because I
Sure.
don't have a map of it. So, like, if there was a large city and I could have spoken with a representative of the kingdom there to say, like, could you please send word ahead that I will be arriving in 3 days? Please request an audience
Sure.
on behalf of Goldview.
No, I would say the upper part of the kingdom is mostly small villages.
Okay.
So you would have gone to the capital at, like, the center point.
Sure.
The larger cities are all southern.
Okay, and not pass through anything else, just straight to Ardale.
Yep.
Cool. There's a straight road from Goldview to Ardale.
Yeah, other than small, like, towns.
Other than small towns.
One of them being Roselake.
One of them is Roselake.
Is that where we're going?
The capital, yes. Roselake will be an intermediary stop. It's kind of like a hand.
What was the name of the place we needed to go that we believe the Black Flowers to be?
Ardale.
Ardale.
Yeah,
okay.
the capital. Yep.
So he does know the way there.
Yes.
Stick to the roads from Goldview. We'll pass Roselake and have us in Ardale in a number of days that I might know.
Number of days.
Number
Probably
of
like a week of travel.
A week of travel.
This trip would have taken a lot longer on foot.
Yes, it's very fortunate that we have horses from the king.
I would say so. I walked it once.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Is it a safe stretch of road?
It's as safe as any road.
Well, the DM's dead. I walked there.
Must be dangerous.
I walked there alone. I technically I made that journey on horseback solo, and nothing fucked with me. So like, as far as
you
my,
were riding around shirtless,
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
The
and
bandits
they
were
were
like,
like,
ooh.
I rob him, but he's not wearing a shirt, and I think I'm uncomfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, there
Or they were
are
like,
bandits.
he's
and-
clearly already been robbed.
Yeah, right.
The man has no shirt on.
He must not have anything left, or he'd have
Yeah.
a shirt on.
Yeah, there are bandit groups and things like that along
Okay.
the road. Not ones that are gonna, like, stop you and take your money like you had from leaving
Lake Mount.
Lake
to
Mount.
the south.
But there are bandit groups that roam around on the roads.
There are some.
Roving bandits.
They didn't fuck with me, so I mean, either they're cowards or they had better things to do that day. Again, I've only made this journey once in my life.
Maybe you just missed them.
You went by the road?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I took the road from Goldview and passed by. I would assume I would have passed by Roselake previously, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Passed by and, no real trouble. Took me a few days to get from Goldview directly to Ardale and got rejected and immediately turned around.
Oh. That's probably the smarter way to travel through here.
The road?
Yes, the woods is particularly nasty.
The windswept forest?
No, just traveling off the roads. You see, traveling through the Kingdom of Arbor, I had to step side the road. Being wanted criminal and all.
Criminal?
Yes.
What kind of criminal?
You eat with cake after dinner. What's the word?
Desert?
Coffee.
Not coffee.
Crimpets?
Deserter?
Yes.
Biscuits?
Biscuit man.
He's a biscuit.
Is that what it is?
I didn't know that was illegal.
Biscuiting?
Yeah.
Without a license, yes.
Yes. Right, Cookie?
Oh yeah, that's a really big crime if you make biscuits without the kingdom's permission. You need a license to sell biscuits, make biscuits.
Just a
Does
biscuit.
she know?
She does not know. She is unaware.
She's a
of the
criminal.
law. But yeah, you do need a license. You get the odd kid making and selling biscuits every year. Tragic story.
Here?
Yeah.
One kid?
No, a couple.
Same kid?
Couple. Well,
Oh.
there's
Notorious biscuit boys.
the Biscuit Boys. They're a gang.
Of biscuit sellers.
Yeah, mostly shortbreads actually. It's
Like
it's why I don't
biscuits.
make them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I don't make them anymore. It's a tough business.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Are we talking about
Ardale is-
cookies or are we talking about like southern biscuits?
Cookie biscuits.
Cookie biscuits.
Yeah. Shortbread, specifically.
Ardale is primarily south once we reach Arbor.
It's towards the center of it, so I mean, depends on where we're entering from. If we're entering from the road from Goldview, it's a bit southwest.
In a week or so.
Approximately. Yeah, I mean, my estimation is like 4 days back to Goldview and then probably 3 days from Goldview to Ardale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Goldview is in
Sovereign Nation.
sovereign nation between Fjordan and.
Correct.
Okay.
We had our own little cutout triangle of sweet, sweet wheat plains.
This area.
Technically, it's within Arbor, but they didn't really do anything or care. They just left you alone.
Cool.
So, sovereignty as far as that goes, is they didn't help you.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they didn't tax you either.
But yes, with the biscuit business, I ran into some troubles and had to leave. It's being held actually just outside of Ardale.
Outside of it? Like in a town? City? House?
Outside, beneath.
Beneath the capital Ardale?
Maybe not directly, but yes.
Underground?
Yes, a cave.
Oh.
Oh.
Is it safe for you to be going back?
Probably not.
It's not really safe
Let
for me
them
to go
try,
there.
though.
No?
No, the Shells were famous knights of Fjordan. Especially now if I've been seemingly reinstated as a knight of Fjordan. There is still hostilities between the two kingdoms.
I'm sure it'll be easy to hide the two largest people in the group.
Yeah, I mean, I could put on like some kind of shirt,
Clown makeup?
clown makeup on my chest.
Clown makeup?
I have my ways of making myself disappear.
Clown makeup?
Octane, thank you very much for the $25 donation. It is
Thank
much
you.
appreciated.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, my friend.
No, filthy magic.
Like you shit yourself?
No, like magic in general.
Magic.
You mean you don't like magic?
Yes.
Magic is great.
It's fine. Magic
I'm gonna
causes
play my.
lots of devastation.
Oh, that's true.
Magic ruined my life.
How?
You know when Dad Giant and Mom Giant love each other very much, they get together and decide maybe they want to create a baby, right?
Create?
Well,
This is what I want. I want Glenn in this accent to tell John.
well, yeah.
I was sprout from the fields of wheat. How do giants do it?
Well, my parents, they can't have baby.
Oh no, I'm very sorry. Were the fields
So they make baby.
unfertile? Oh,
No. You see, not typical Goliath style, right?
I've never met a Goliath other than you.
Typically, they have no horn.
All right,
I assume that was normal.
same.
Oh no.
Okay.
Usually very smooth. Unless they have nice hair. I cannot grow.
Okay. So,
Um,
you were created with magic?
yes.
Horn magic.
Horny magic.
That's how you make baby.
We've done it.
So it's Barry
got
Manilow.
We got there. Well, they enlist help of outsider.
Outsider?
And she say, I have magic, I can help.
That was her name, Outsider.
All right.
And they make deal. And they don't quite understand the deal.
What was the deal?
A trade.
Okay, what did they give up for making baby?
The baby.
They gave up the baby for making the baby?
They did not know this.
Oh, all right. So
So I
this
grow.
outsider took advantage of them?
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
Outsider, they think she just some kind of druid who is good with nature magics. Turns out,
Sprouting from wheat fields.
she was a hag.
That makes sense. They are magic.
The wheat fields?
No, the hags.
Do you have
Wheat fields
hags
are also
living
hag.
in your wheat fields?
No. We exterminated those.
Good to hear.
Bring out the combine! Marcus had to go out with hag whacker. Oh, another hag sprout!
So they make deal. They have baby boy. They teach me the ways.
The ways?
You know, praise to the All Father, take care of your parents, pick up the rocks. Giant stuff.
Those are very important things, alright.
And I was in line to become the chief
Really?
when my father passes.
Alright.
Was your father the chief?
Yes.
It all makes sense now.
Good.
And
Alright.
well, she shows up on a day and says I need to go with her. My family says no. He is ours. She informs them of what the deal was. And they fight. And she kill everyone in my tribe.
I'm very sorry.
I panic. I escape. And I've been hunting for her ever since.
I don't think it's hooked up.
Okay, so do you know what this hag looked like? Did she have a name?
Agatha Christie?
I would know the name, right?
Hag Merelda.
It was Billy Bob Thornton.
How old were you when they took you? Well, she took you. Tried to.
1, 2, 16 moons?
Moons?
Yeah.
So you were very small.
Oh no, not every moon. 16. What is it? 16 regular cycle. You know, regular cycle. Get cold, get warm, get cold, get warm.
Seasons.
Yes.
16 seasons?
Yes.
Oh no. He was but a boy of 4. There are 4 seasons in the year?
It would have been like 16 years.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He just doesn't know how to
I
communicate
fully
that.
understand that. I think it's just hysterical, the thought of like, oh, she took you when you were 4. Wow. She thought you were really ready, very young. So, Hag took you. How do you get to Ardale?
No, she now take me. I run.
You run, you escape, and then...
I live in the woods for a long time.
How old are you?
1, 2, 3, 35, 40. Around there?
35, 40?
Yes.
Alright.
I could be your father. I'm so
Could be.
son.
Oh no, my father's dead.
Papa.
I mean, could use a new papa. You do have a nice battle axe.
All of this could be yours.
Interesting. I am a paladin. I do love
Conquest.
conquest. All of this could be mine. This is an eye-opening revelation for me.
Yes, I hide for a while.
What forest? What trees? Where?
It would be base of mountains.
Where you lived before?
Yes,
So far northwest of the continent.
yes.
Did you ever see any cat people?
You would have seen some, yes.
Once or twice.
All right.
Not frequently, but yeah.
So
The cat is indeed strange, but nothing new to me.
yes. So still, to me, trying to figure out where the lay of the land is across the Mistlands. I've never been.
Yeah, this would have been when you were closer to the base of the mountains is where you would have seen the cats.
Okay. And that's the base of the Frosted Peak Mountains?
Yep.
Okay.
Hide out for some time, continue my training, make myself big, strong, keep hunting, and then I keep this image of filthy magic in my head, and I channel it, and I focus on that anger and that hatred, and I started hunting evil witches and hags.
All right.
And, well, I killed many of them.
That's good.
I got pretty good at it.
That's great.
So ferocious and fierce that I feel as though the All-Father smiles on me sometimes.
It's nice to have an approving father.
Not my father, father to all.
My dad?
No, I think...
You know my dad?
Wait, you know my father?
You know Chad?
Yeah.
It's so weird watching you do this in lifetime. And I looked down and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, you're just adding backstory.
Yeah. On the spot.
So, like
Like the gods.
oh, you call your god the All-Father.
Yes.
All right.
They are older than all the other gods. They hear first. They move the mountain and the earth. Better gods, in my opinion, honestly.
They pushed the mountains?
That's what the stories say.
Well, that's interesting.
They mold and they move.
That's good. There's a lot to parcel.
Well, I get good at doing what I do, and some people start taking interest. I offered job, food, home, clothing, armor, and a nice, shiny, beautiful battle axe.
Good deal.
In turn, I just keep doing what I do. I kill filthy magic.
Well, I mean, several of us have good magic. Like Sir Mr. Pigeon. His magic is terrific. So is Dandelion.
Sir, Mr. Pigeon.
Sir Mr. Pigeon, sir.
It's pleasant magic, yes.
Yes, he's got very nice clown magics. Dandelion has very nice, friendly dandelion magics.
Dancing lights.
I mean,
I have Chad magic.
Chadrick.
the wild, scary magics that do only harm.
Oh, well, yeah, we don't use that stuff. That's bad.
Yes. It's very bad. But, guess you could say I deserted the Arbor army.
All right.
That's who gave me job.
Okay.
How many of them do you think would recognize you?
Oh, lots. Infamous. I make quite a name for myself even after starting. They call me Mage Slayer.
It's a good name. Makes sense.
They feed me. They home me. All I have to do is go out and fight and kill. But then I start questioning who I kill.
It's good to do that.
I've heard people beg for their lives before.
Oh, God.
but it started becoming something different.
The begging?
Yes, it sounded genuine,
It sounded more like pleading.
Oh, sure. Okay.
and I start thinking more. And my common is not so good, as you can tell. I start hearing words like innocent. And I start thinking, who are these people?
Mm-hmm.
They only tell me they are bad,
Mm-hmm.
not what they do, who they are.
Hmm. Who was the last person you killed? In terms of contracted by Arbor. They never tell you like a name or anything?
Who needs names? I'm cutting their fucking heads off.
I mean, how do you find them? Do they just give you a description of the person, or do they like bring you a man in chains and you hit them with an axe?
Sometimes battle,
Alright.
and then sometimes a hunt. I can
hunt.
track pretty well.
Okay.
Going off of very basic description, I found you, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I run around yelling my name, though.
Yes, I found you and your friends through a description of your father.
Papa. Well, I am the spitting image of him as a young man.
Yeah, pretty easy to find, honestly.
I don't often wear a shirt.
But, it was surprising to me that you all have issue with the Black Flower.
I mean, these two definitely do.
I mean, most people should have issue with Black Flower, but
Oh yes, as I've learned about them, they definitely are a dastardly bunch and do horrible things to innocent
there's
people.
specifics here.
Did you have any personal association?
Very much so. Not associate. Not friend. Caregiver? Her name was Aaron.
What was it?
Lady Aaron Blackflower.
How long ago?
This would have been as recent as maybe, I think it was a year to catch up? Or a couple months.
Couple months to catch up.
As recent as a couple months ago.
How do you spell this lady's name?
Arryn. Aaron.
And for how long?
Oh, I was in service to the Arbor armies for some time. 1, 2, 3. Probably at least 5. It's hard to count moon cycles when you're locked away.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It stopped being kept in house, kept in home, started being kept in cage, kept in hole. They
I understand.
tried experiments in my downtime, tried to make me stronger, fight harder, which is stupid because no one fights as hard as I do.
What experiments?
Oh, what?
What experiments?
Oh, they would draw silly scribbles all over me and say words, try to cast a spell.
Alright.
It didn't work.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it didn't work, which means sometimes it did.
I don't remember too much. They would put me on the brink of, what is it called?
Death?
No, right before that.
Sleep. Eternal sleep.
Is deep sleep from working too hard. And
Exhaustion.
yes,
Alright.
and the black would come and I would not be able to see and wake up somewhere.
Okay.
They tried this a few times because, you know, my different condition that I have. They try it one day, and I have a reaction,
Mm-hmm.
one of which I've never seen before myself.
What was it?
Have any of you ever had cold?
Like the illness or the temperature feeling?
Feeling, temperature, yes.
Yes.
It's been cold before.
You ever shoot it out of your chest?
Not my chest.
Hey, yo.
No. Never shot cold. Anyone else shoot cold from their heart?
Nope.
Not with this character.
DM, how about that?
I don't remember
I don't think so.
anything.
Not that you can recall. Twig daily.
All the time, yeah.
Just this was the queen's favorite activity, showing you how to unleash icy beams from your heart.
Yep.
So you're like some kind of Iceman?
I guess.
Oh no.
I guess at some point my soul just said enough. And this actually, they not angry at me for this. They
Happy.
They were excited, especially the lady. She got excited and said, "Okay, how can we make you stronger?" Which again, I don't know how you can perfect perfection, but she was going to find a way. And they bring in druids who met a very nasty end.
From you or from them?
Something a part of me.
Part of you.
Yes, not the cold though. It was extra cold. Different cold.
Like the chilling grip of death?
Something like that, but physical, yes.
The physically chilling grip of death.
Yes, and then they dried up.
They dried up.
Yes.
Like the...
Like, you ever take a root with full of water,
Yeah, squeeze
it,
all the time.
and then it has no more water in it, and you let go and look, and it is
Very withered and much smaller.
exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
I did that to a couple druids.
All right.
I pass out, of course.
As you do.
Naturally. When you're
bring
that
out some
drained, I mean,
druids.
come on. Whew. And I could hear the lady touching me and my face and telling me that she was going to send me beyond the canopy one day.
As you do.
I don't know if this means they want to kill me or it didn't sound threatening.
No, I'm imagining they probably wanted to send you to either accomplish something or to demonstrate your capabilities in front of something else. Something else that might be satisfied by your druid ringing.
Maybe. But I wake up that night and enough is enough. Picked lock and left.
So that was recently.
Yes.
Did you ever hear Lady Arryn refer to something called the Reflection?
I would say that you would have heard that term, yes.
It does ring bell. Don't know what for. Is it her shiny finger? What is it called? Ring?
Tell me about this ring.
I don't know. She plays with it.
Does it do anything?
It spins.
What's it look like?
Silver. She never got close enough for me to see it properly. Guess for fear of me taking it. I'm not so sneaky with that.
The context in which she mentioned the reflection was
I assume she'd be talking to somebody.
Yeah,
and
you would
mention
have
it?
heard her talking to Corin Blackflower. You would have heard it like echoing down the hallway to your chamber. This would have been the day following you passing out and her talking about the canopy.
Question.
Yes.
Would he have only heard specifically the words, the reflection, or would he have heard other parts of the conversation? Meaning, like, did she yell out, the reflection, and then continue
Sure.
talking normally, or was
Bitch!
she... Yeah, like... To
Sure.
me, screaming the reflection sounds like a summoning if it is a title for a person.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what it is.
I'm also asking from the standpoint of the context in which I picked up that that's something that he... So, like, he's saying he was around her,
Yes.
and it sounds like she was personally seeing to preparing him for something.
Yes.
And she, potentially very recently, wrote a letter in which she implied that she had made good progress on something towards taking down a being called the Reflection.
Yes.
And he just said, "You'll be ready soon for me to send you beyond the canopy."
Yeah.
So, personally, I'm asking from the standpoint of, like, sounds like she was preparing a thing, and, like, if he was around her regularly enough, perhaps he was involved in what was being prepared. That may or may not be a thing,
Sure.
but that is where I'm coming from and asking.
Sure.
And, like, she was clearly having conversations with him about what she was sending him to do.
Sure.
Whether or not that's the context in which he heard something about
Sure.
the reflection.
I would say in that conversation about the reflection, with it echoing down the hall, it was not as if they were yelling. It was difficult to hear, but you would have heard them talk about cleansing the water, and you would have heard the term the reflection and the canopy again.
So they speak from down hall from me. I was in and out, and I hear a conversation, not many words to be said, but they did say cleanse the water. And then they mention reflection, and then say canopy again. Could I make out who the other voice was? It was, yeah, I could
Corum.
assume that it was Corum.
Yep.
She speak to Corum Blackflower about this. I don't know if you know this name.
I know the name. And you said she referred to sending you beyond this canopy.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I do not know what that means. I only asked about the reflection because she mentioned it in a letter to Jonda.
You have letter from Lady Erin?
Yes, it is coded, but yes.
Does it say I am here in this place specific?
You mean you, or?
No, where she's
Her.
hiding.
That is... I'm not sure when it was sent, but I'd mentioned Ardale.
I'm sure you can't enter Ardale without finding Blackflower somewhere. Very popular group. I meet Corm once or twice, but only from distance, and he'd never speak to me.
And in Ardale, are they open with their power? Accepted by the government?
I would say yes to that. Don, correct me if I'm right. His question is what, do they openly show their power?
The Black Flowers?
Yeah.
Are they endorsed by the government in Ardale? Because I would not have known their interactions with Ardale.
They are not.
They're not?
Would he know that?
Because
know
I
that
thought I was fighting for the
I don't know that you would know that.
the Arbors.
You were definitely fighting for the army of Arbor, so I guess as far as you're concerned,
They are.
They are.
Yeah. I think so. I believe they are. I was part of army, and then she take me for what? Other sculpt that project. I thought that meant I was getting a goat. As a pet.
And if they are openly in power, we should be careful when we get near to that city.
There was also another name they refer to. Older Black Flower.
Different.
Yes, that's it. He never come see. I've only ever heard stories about him. Only when I listen in from down hallway. Other big threat would be a man named Vol.
What was that name?
Vol.
And who is this?
He's head protection. Bodyguard.
It's for the Black Flowers.
Yeah, he is gray. Like
I understand.
he
Is that a name that I recognize?
Yeah, I would say that you recognize that as the second in command behind Jandar initially.
A member of the same order.
Yes.
he seemed particularly shady.
Have I seen that person?
Uh,
Or only heard the name and the context for the name?
you would have seen them.
Okay.
He seemed particularly bad.
Yes.
Just get awful feeling being around him. That's why when I escape, I play trick. If I'm close enough to him, I can see what he's doing.
How do you mean?
You mean you never learned how to? I mean, I would show you, but then... I'll show you anyway. And I'll just go ahead and just go at my fingernail and just pull my fingernail off. And then you hide it on him.
And what will that do?
Is that weird?
I don't think you're
Is-
supposed to do that.
Not anything I've ever done.
No, you put it
Can
in
you do
pocket and then you can go and see what they are.
Can I rip my fingernail off? Yes.
I don't think I can do that.
Here, you take mine. That's for you.
Put it in my back.
Go home. The cat likes things.
She's a fan of bones.
What are fingernails, but not outside bones? Bones on the outside.
Precisely.
Are they outside bones?
I think so. I'm sure they are. You know what? They are. But I put it in his pocket, and if I'm close enough, I can see where he's at. Listen in.
That sounds helpful.
I only think of this in my moment of clarity and leaving. It would have been smarter to do so while in captivity, but you know, when you're subjected to torture, it's awful.
Yes. Yes, it is. Had you heard the name Nox or Jandar before? This
Only recent?
this man Vol. He was second in command behind Jandar.
So I guess he in command now.
Perhaps.
It's easy, we kill him all the same. We killed one, we kill the other.
That
It's
might
easy as
be
that.
wise.
Do you need information from him, or you want me to just smash him?
It would probably be wise to get as much information as we could out of him.
That's no fun, but okay.
Perhaps the location of this fivril that you spoke of?
Ah, old man, yes.
Yes. That's the one.
Maybe. Like I said, I wasn't in city. They called it the Beneath. I had to go through tunnels to leave, and somewhere out in the woods. I could probably find again if I had to, but it's been a little bit. And I think once somebody escapes, they're not going to be too happy about seeing that same person just walking back in.
I'm banking on it.
Would be bold, though. Something of a homecoming.
A problem for another day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We still have plenty of road between here and there.
Yes, and speaking of homecoming, Marcus, we're heading into your house, right?
No, my house was burned.
House, home, town. From Goldview, right?
Yes.
Why is your house burned down? Did you leave candle on?
No.
You silly boy, leaving candles on leaving house.
No, people sent by John Dar slaughtered and burned the town.
That would explain why it was so quiet when I came through.
Yes.
It's fine. We build you a new house. It'll take like 1, 2 week. Take you a week. We can build you a new house, no problem. It won't be nice though.
No, it's not time yet for me to live in Goldview once yet.
Ah, you want to live in John Dar's mansion. I like your style. Very spooky and creepy house. I
No,
like
I'm
it.
still looking for an artifact that was taken from my people's tree.
What was in 3?
A carving of a statue of our god.
Who is your god?
Oh, they call her Shantia. She is like the mother of Earth.
Huh.
Very natural god.
This carving was not among John Dar's things.
No.
All the more reason to question his second.
Yeah.
I'll probably get quiet after the conversation.
Yep.
Just enjoy the road.
You know, Mr. Pigeon, this is why I cherish our relationship. I really feel seen. You just listen so well.
Give him a little bow.
You grew again, though. Not like taller or shorter, but you got short and then big again.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I mean, I knew that might happen, but I didn't expect it to happen right then.
It must have been the magic horse.
Maybe.
Was it the horse? I'm gonna look out the front of the car. Is that the same horse?
I think we have actual horses, right?
It's not the horse.
So, we were on a horse, like a real horse, weren't we?
Yeah, I think.
So that wasn't a magical, because he had the magic horse.
Still do.
Pulling the cart.
It would be one of several horses, I would imagine. With this quantity of people, we would probably have at least 4 horses.
Yep.
So we had, what, 2 magical steeds at the time?
At the time, yes.
Yeah, one from me, one from Benjamin.
So maybe it was the magic horse.
I'm gonna like kind of hold my hand up and like hover it over your head. Nope, not me. See? Had to have been the horse.
I knew that might happen. I messed things up a little bit, but I had to get small to save Marcus.
You can just do that?
No.
Well, then how did you know you would change if you had to?
I had to go talk to someone. And he made me not big. But then he didn't know if he could make me big again all the time. So sometimes I might be small, I guess. That was the first time that happened.
Well, I'm glad that it's just not me then. I got scared for a moment.
That's what size I usually am. Right now I'm big.
Still small.
I'm pretty big. This is
You're still small. But when small, you can be very sneaky.
That's true. That's why I was small. We had to save Marcus.
It's much harder for someone like me to be sneaky.
Have you tried getting small?
That's better.
I mean, I can still see you, so maybe it's not.
Hey,
that
close
safe.
your eyes. This is how I'm going. Ooh.
I can't see you now, so.
So I'm very good at it. No, if I need to hide, I can.
I'm pretty good at hiding anyway, even without being small.
I feel like Kat could teach you some lessons. Like I said, she hardest to track. All of you leave trace of some kind. Just disappears. I'd be watching. Gone. Where did Kat go? I am glad to have found you, though. All of you. It's been a very long couple months running. And it feels nice being able to head back into a place that has caused me such pain. But I feel happy that I can send that pain right back. And I have people that will help me do that.
They're bad people.
Not all. There was one person who I did not see face, but they bring me food on bad days. Just nameless, nice person. That is why composure is a very important thing. You can't be mad at everyone, because some people, they're just there to help. Even if they are on the wrong side, you don't know their story.
You don't know what they look like or their name?
No. Like I said, robes, nameless, quiet. Just soul hands. Was it you, Cookie? Let me see your hands, Cookie.
Did you share the artwork of him?
Well, I can show you one of my hands. The other one I gotta keep on the cart.
Send it to?
No, they're not the same hands. Thank you, Cookie. Let me see that one
Nick,
again.
I
And the
don't
other
put it
one?
in the Discord.
No, the other one again? Both at the same time, driving with no hands. No, that's not it. Thanks, Cookie.
You're welcome. Anything I can do to help?
You got any more in your flask?
Tosses a flask backwards.
pop it open, take a big old swig, and hand it back to him.
Oh, keep it. And he pulls another one from his side.
He has a belt of flasks.
He does.
Is it full now? Like full again?
Yeah.
Thanks, Cookie.
-1 now. He's giving one
Yeah.
out. Anyone else?
This is like a proper carriage, not like a covered wagon, right?
It is like a covered wagon.
It is like a covered wagon? Yeah. I'll kind of scooch myself to the back of it and go ahead and roll up one of my cigars and lean out the back and just enjoy the nice air on my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys continue to travel and stop a couple times over the next few days. And one of the mornings you make it into...
Oh, she's ready to leave.
She's ready to go.
You done?
Your antlers are lacking any distinguishing texture. Just because the way they're drawn, they look like they are
twisted. Think like root or thorn style twists to it, but kind of animalistic in texture.
So they would animalistic, furry.
No,
short-haired.
No, like an antler. You know the texture of an antelope's antlers.
No.
Where it's kind of deep grooved.
You don't know.
It's typical non-hairy, more so almost bony.
Okay, but the bone would have a texture to it, like when I was describing the exterior of a clamshell or a seashell, where it would have ridges.
Yes, very much so the same way.
Okay. Sorry, Don. Go ahead.
No, all good. You guys make your way into the Kingdom of Arbor, and on one of these mornings, you begin riding up a hill, Marcus, the familiar hill that leads to the sweeping valley that is Goldview.
Mm-hmm.
And you, all as the morning light shines down, see this fairly barren and scorched earth as you round the top of this hill. And you can see that there is a very large tree at the center of the edge of this field where several burnt out houses are. And the tree itself is charred. There are no leaves. But you can see that there are small buds beginning to poke their way through aspects of the edge of the branches of this very charred tree that is still somehow, despite these deep grooves in it, still standing.
I would press onward. Sincerely, I don't want to stop.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And you guys continue down the hill, wrapping around the edges of this, what was once a field, and continue onward. You pass the windswept forest, past the outskirts of the town of Summit Hall before stopping in the small village of Roselake before preparing to head south. You guys are welcome to stop into the town to rest and eat if you would like, or you can just continue onward and continue to camp. That's entirely up to you whether you like to stop in Roselake or not.
How long have we been on the road?
It's probably been about 4 days now. This would be the 5th.
We're good on provisions with Cookie with us?
Yeah, he's able to cook and hunt and things, but...
What does him hunting look like now that we've seen him
very
in action?
Secretive.
He just disappears
He vanishes into the woods and comes back.
Runs into the woods with a ladder.
Yeah.
And a pair of gloves.
Yeah, with a small ladder and a pair of gloves, and comes back
It's just the step
about an hour later. Yeah.
Gotta get on their level.
Yeah.
I think it'd not be smart for me to go into town if we could camp outside. Someone should go into town and check and see how serious of a threat it is that they are looking for me.
Can go in and try to field for rumors. Ask about how active the bandits are at this time. Make sure that it will be safe. But I agree, we should probably not be staying in town. Draw as little attention as possible.
Do we know anything about this town besides it being...
Mm-mm.
So we're approaching it currently?
You're approaching it currently. It looks to be about the same size as Lake Mount was. It's pretty small, maybe slightly larger than that. You can see that there's a small lake on the outskirts where Lake Mount had two. There's a small lake. There is a granary similar to Lake Mount. Looks to have pretty comparable things. You can see that as you're passing through, you can hear the sounds of horses and carriages moving in and out of the small town where there is presumably a market. A Marcus market.
My market. It's definitely not good for me to go into a town, though.
Not without your clown makeup.
Does the circus come here?
Probably wouldn't be smart to bring only a couple circus performers into town.
I can do a pretty good Dwarvis impersonation.
You're a little tall, aren't you?
Semantics.
Can just make a quick stop.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
Most of us can
spare about
stay
an
with
hour.
the carriage. A couple of us can go into
I
an
can go.
inn, ask a couple questions, and come right back.
Maybe they've seen the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps.
Probably not, but I do have to check everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, ask Cookie to find a place to park us where we wouldn't draw attention.
Yeah. He pulls over next to a couple of trees along the outskirts of the town where you can see there is a small path that kind of winds its way through some fields of flowers towards the outskirts of this city. The path looks like it's lined with like fence posts along it, as if it's a common path that people take in and out of the town. Well, here you go. Stop as long as you need.
Make it quick. Where we can find a place to camp and get set up for the evening.
Mm-hmm. And Gear and I can make sure we collect some firewood.
Is anyone else coming in aside from Dandelion?
I don't know whether or not either of you two would like to go into town. Good. Very good.
Let's
All
go.
right. Shall we?
Jump off the cart.
Yeah.
I would gather up the chest of my old herbalist belongings and bring it with me to see if I could sell some of it to a local herbalist.
Sure. Yeah, you guys walk into down this path and into this small town, and you immediately walk into the like market square portion of the town where you can see that there is a small bakery, there is a bookstore, there are people walking around kind of doing their daily routine.
Bless you.
Thank
No
you.
warning.
There's people sneezing just everywhere.
It's really dusty.
Really dusty in this town.
Lots of pollen.
People are just out here sneezing without warning.
Yeah, I know. You are able to find an herbalist store called the Crushed Leaf. You immediately, the two of you head there. You walk in. There is a sort of tired-looking human man behind the counter with a short brown beard, similar herbalist-style clothing to what you had worn prior, and he is just grinding something in a mortar and pestle, and he hears the door open. Hello? How can I be of help today?
I imagine this is unusual, but I have some herbs and equipment used to belong to a friend that has moved on. I was hoping perhaps to sell it to someone who could use it.
Sure. Sorry for your loss.
That's quite all right.
Let me see what you've got there. Be happy to take a look at it. I'm not sure if it's anything I'll need, but I can certainly look.
Sure. And I would drop this chest up on a table or counter or whatever work surface he has.
Yeah, there's a large wooden counter.
And pull out an assortment of varied herbs and some goops.
Yeah.
Some
variety of
vine
goops.
fragments and things of that nature.
Yeah, things of that nature.
It's an odd assortment, but perhaps something of use here.
Yeah, you've got a couple of decent things here that are mostly common stuff. There's a couple of things I'm not quite sure what they are, to be honest, but I'm sure that I could, test them out and see if there's anything they can be used for medicine-wise. Could probably give you about 10 gold for the lot of it, including the box if you leave it.
All right. It'd be good to not be carrying it about any longer.
Understandable. Sorry again for your friend.
It's quite all right.
Seems like they were a good herbalist.
I don't suppose I could trouble you for any rumors from around the area. Came from
what
out
kind
of
of
town.
rumors?
Just any hearsay about the road we're passing through.
Oh, sure. Just moving on.
Yes, it's likely we will be camping for the evening.
Sure. Yeah, you headed north or south?
South,
or
west,
west, I suppose.
toward the capital, most likely.
Towards the capital? Sure. I'd recommend staying on the roads as much as you can. There's bandit camps in the woods. Mostly prey on people that, go off the beaten path. It's alright if you camp and things like that, but if you stray too far off the path, that's where they'll get you. A couple of people gone missing in recent months.
Yes, I've heard some dreadful things about a rather imposing figure. Sort of a grey complexion. Wears a mask. Sort of horn protrusions. You've heard of this thing?
The big horny fellow in the woods, yes.
I can't say I've heard of a horny forest fella. Sounds like a troll you're describing to me. There is the odd ones in the swampier areas of the kingdom, but most of them don't make their way towards towns or nothing like that, so I wouldn't be too concerned unless you're planning on swamp diving.
I wasn't, no. Well, that's good to know.
What business do you have in Arbor, if you don't mind me asking? Heading to the capital, you said?
Yes,
I'm looking for something. Oh. I'm looking for a mirror.
Okay. Just a regular, any old mirror? I've got a mirror I could sell, yeah?
It's a nice mirror. About this big, maybe?
Mine's just a little hand mirror.
I don't think that's it.
What is it for? You're looking for that one specifically? Did it belong to you?
It belonged to someone I know.
Sure.
precious treasure to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Can Can't say much in the way of mirrors. There is a larger market in the capital.
Any artifact collectors?
Artifact collectors. There's people that pass through and ask for things sometimes. Travelers like yourselves that ask for rumors and things like that. Nothing that really jumps out at me. There's an older woman's come in a few times, asked for a couple of things.
Anything of that sort?
No, mostly about herbs and things like that, and information, like you said. Nothing about mirrors.
What kind of older woman?
Grandmotherly type.
Like a nice lady?
I mean, she seemed nice enough to me. She was very straightforward, always, spoke her mind as far as what she was looking for. Nothing, not much for small talk.
How are things between Arbor and Fjorden as of late? Any tension recently?
I mean, there's always tension between the two, but it's been okay for a number of years. Nothing war related at all between the two. It's they've been at truce for quite some time now. But
any news out of the north?
I've gotten a couple people that have traveled southward. Some things have happened in the city. I heard about some bandits being busted in Southport and a couple of other things from travelers that have passed through. Seems like some things are being cleaned up, with as good for them, I suppose.
Yes. We passed by, I believe it was Goldview on the way here. Don't suppose you've heard anything about what we saw there?
Yeah, I have heard stories about whole village being burned. Not sure why.
Unfortunate, really.
Yes, very sad, very sad. Didn't supposedly no people left. There were some bodies about, but just heard that from mostly people that were passing by. Can't say I've heard a lot of information about it, other than the fact that it was burned. Strange, a whole village gone missing, though.
There's no rumors on why?
Can't say I've heard anything, no, just...
Do you know anybody who might have heard more?
No, sorry.
Seems tragic that a whole town should be burned and
Yeah.
no one should know what occurred.
Not sure, it's mostly, it's a pretty small place.
I heard that they had the most lovely artifact there. We saw a tree as we were passing, damaged, but it looked like it had received attention of perhaps whoever was there to burn the town. Do you happen to know of this artifact?
Can't say I've heard of any artifact. If you are looking for things of that nature, there is a group called the... I think the Iron Crown. I've heard the name mentioned before. They can procure artifacts and things of that nature if it's magical.
Do they have a post near here?
Not near here. There's, I think, one in the capital. So I've heard. Not exactly sure where. I've overheard people talking about it with regards to the market, but I've only been to the capital a few times myself, mind you, and I didn't see any such thing. But you'd probably be best asking around there.
Very well.
People might know.
Did you need anything else from here, Dandelion?
Is an herbalist, does he have like potions and stuff?
Hmm?
I'll, I guess, peek my head over the counter. How much are those? And I'll point to health potions.
We've got greater healing potions, which will, do you a bit in a pinch, for 50 gold. And we've got the larger ones for 150.
It's just the greater and the
Superior.
superior.
So it'd be 44 plus 4 or 84 plus 8.
Can I have 2 of the greater?
Sure, absolutely. Here you go. That'll be 100 gold.
Count out. 1, 2, 3. 100 gold.
Very good, thank you very much. Can I get anything else for you?
No, you've been very helpful.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yes, well, we should be going. Oh, that reminds me. I'm not sure about here in Roselake, but where I come from, it would be improper for us to leave without shaking the hand of our herbalist. You
I-
do
I-
know the
I know the
The
herbalist
herbalist's
handshake.
handshake?
Hold on.
I presume?
I think I'm prepared for this one.
Can't say I know.
Have things fallen so far behind in Roselake that an herbalist does not know the herbalist's handshake?
Can't say I know any particular
Well, then
handshake other than the normal
you
one.
are lucky that we have such a learned individual in our presence. Dandelion has been
I
acquiring
don't know the
all
herbalist
sorts of handshakes.
Oh no, I do. I do know the herbalist handshake.
Sure.
I'm sure she'd be happy to teach you, should you ask politely.
I'd love to learn the handshake of an herbalist if you'd be willing to teach it.
I'll hold up one of the potions. Do these work?
The healing potions?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
My insight check.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the handshake.
Yeah.
It's not the
that's
handshake
right.
of the herbalist. I think that's a 21.
Seems like he's being truthful.
You should know the handshake.
I would love to learn it.
No. Oh, it's there's sunshine involved, so I'm assuming something like this.
Sure.
There's growing the plants, which might be like this.
Okay. Sure, that sounds right.
There's making the potion, which is probably something along these lines, and
Sure.
then putting a quirk in the potion.
So not actually shaking hands at all, then.
You're shaking hands.
It's rather rude.
Well,
It's
She went to all the trouble to show you the
apologies,
handshake.
I meant no offense.
that's
More of like a secret handshake of sorts.
Yes.
An identifier.
Yes, and
Sure.
you are certain these potions work.
Yes, absolutely.
How can you have come so far?
I'm
And
very sorry.
not very far at all.
Is that only in Fjordane?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Maybe they don't do that here.
Is that part of the herbalist union or something? I'm not a union man myself. I'm a solo practitioner.
Well, I'm afraid if you don't know, you'll have to ask about.
Sure, will do. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Perhaps you could start implementing it here.
Will do. If I come across another herbalist, absolutely.
You'll be a real innovator.
Sure. Yeah, no, I appreciate the information. Thank you very much.
Well, it has been a pleasure.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Welcome to Arbor, I suppose. Hope you enjoy your travels.
Thank you.
Be safe out there.
Shall we?
And I'll back out the door.
All right. Have a good one. You guys walk back out into the market square.
He didn't know the handshake.
It's very disappointing. Arbor is such a strange place.
I've never been here before. I haven't been a lot of places. We don't do handshakes where I'm from either, but I thought they did them everywhere here.
So did I. I'm quite taken aback. Did you need anything else in town?
They said that there's no one from the Iron Crown here,
It didn't
but
sound
maybe in
like
the
it.
next town.
Perhaps. We can get back to our friends and back on the road.
Do we need like food? I get cookies. Getting
Cookies hunting.
So I got potions. Yep.
Back to the carriage then.
Listen for talk of
Mm-hmm.
mirrors or
Sure.
hags.
Gunter Claus.
Gunter Claus. See if he's been here. What season is it? Fall?
Fall. Yeah. Not quite.
He's coming.
Not quite.
He's on the way.
Yeah, you hear
Better watch
the
out.
you do
Better
see a
watch
house
out.
that's already dressed up in the traditional Gunter Clausian decor for the season a little early compared to most others.
Before Halloween?
Before Halloween, yeah.
You will like this.
So, but yeah, you don't hear any hag talk or anything like that. A good podcast name, Hag Talk.
TM.
Yeah, and you successfully make your way out of the
Paul
small
screaming into a microphone.
town back to the carriage amongst your friends.
Who's Belle gravitating towards in my absence?
Who's what?
Who's Belle gravitating towards in my absence?
She's sitting next to Engir, actually.
What do you want? I don't have anything for you.
Do you have any games?
Very tall.
Do you like bones?
Bones are cool.
I'm gonna pull Zonky Kong out of my bag.
She reaches her hands out. Can I talk to him?
He won't speak to me. I mean, I did take his teeth out, but I don't think he's holding hard feelings about that.
Okay.
Anything for a payday.
Yeah, she takes it from you. Just like opens the mouth, kind of flips it over and looks at it. What's his name?
Well, his name was Zhao. But we call him Zonky Kong now. It's a fake name, so as to not raise suspicion. He looks different than he used to, so we need to change his name to fit the new look.
What if I look different? Do I have to change my name?
I mean, you can.
I don't know. Not sure if I want to.
If you like your name, you should keep it. We made decision for him because he's not the talkative type.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
She's gonna walk over and plop herself right in front of Mr. Pigeon and Twig. You don't speak.
She's still holding the skull.
Yeah.
You don't speak.
Why? Why doesn't he speak? You don't speak? Okay. She walks over to Cookie. Cookie just hands a cookie back and she grabs it and goes and sits down in between Engir and Marcus.
Cookie in one hand, skull in the other.
Like any good child.
We arrive back at the carriage.
Mm-hmm. Marcus,
Yes, Bill.
why don't they talk?
Who?
She looks over at Mr. Pigeon and Twig sitting in the corner.
Well, Mr. Pigeon's a clown, and Twig is very shy.
Clowns don't talk.
I don't know whether or not no clowns talk. I mean, we've met clowns that do talk. However, Mr. Pigeon has been through a great deal in his life, and as long as we have known him, he has not spoken. So, I do not know of affliction or choice. But regardless, I respect his wishes. And Twig is kind of like his guardian and chooses very selectively who to speak with or interact with. She is very dedicated to a very important mission. It's kind of like her life's purpose. But
I don't know.
neither of them mean any offense to you, Mel.
Okay. I don't know what my life's purpose is.
I think that's something that many of us struggle with, Belle. Unfortunately, some people are given a purpose by other individuals who do not have their best wishes at heart, and very much like our good friend Engir, who has suffered through this, but now you are free and are able to make that choice for yourself whenever you are ready to. But there is no rush. You're still very young.
Okay. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
She's going to position herself halfway between Marcus and Engir and just start clicking the jaw of the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. You let me know if he says anything.
Okay. And you guys make your way back to the carriage. You see Belle holding a skull, just clicking the teethless jaw.
Well, shall we continue?
No issues?
No,
No mirrors?
no mirrors.
No
Had a
leads
hint.
for mirrors.
He said that we were asking about artifacts, and he did say that the Iron Crown are in
Arbor. In Ardale.
Ardale, yeah.
That's good.
hmm
We'll be able to look for them when we arrive at the capital.
He also didn't seem to know anything about Engir.
That's also good.
Mm-hmm.
There was no wanted posters anywhere around that.
Not that we saw.
No. I mean, other small time like bandits and things. Nothing. Not like a picture of Engir's face or anything like that.
Nothing that fit your description?
Good.
And
Let
the
them keep guessing.
man that we asked didn't recognize the description, which perhaps means that they're not speaking of it very openly.
Yes, no one wants to talk about the horny man in the woods.
They often don't. Nobody ever asks why horny man in the woods or how horny man in the woods. Terrible.
I don't suppose anyone has a hat.
Hat?
Yes.
Mr. Pigeon has a hat.
I probably have a hat.
I don't know whether or not he has a...
You have the captain's hat.
Not that hat. That's my hat.
Back up.
I'm
Whoa.
Captain Sir Pigeon with that hat. Sir Captain.
I'd probably have a spare clown hat.
There you go.
I have a clown mask.
I already have my own mask.
To say the clown mask has been on Young Master Zombie.
Oh, is he with us?
Oh yeah.
He'll never leave.
Using a spell slot every day.
Worth it.
Keeping it alive.
You keep your hat for now. It's just good to know we have.
Sounded like if we stick to the roads, we shouldn't have much trouble camping.
Well, it's good.
And it sounded like there wasn't much escalated tension on this side of the border.
That's good. They might not know yet, or the black flowers are choosing to be tempered in their response to the, well, death of John Dar.
I cannot imagine they would want to be openly associated.
Makes sense. Sir Pigeon, would you like to be our night watch? I feel most safe with the thought of you looking over us as we sleep.
With his undead zombie clown sharpening his sickles in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to know just once
Safety.
what Mr. Pigeon is thinking.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bought these, and I'll pull up the potions of the greater potions of healing. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
That's great. Some drinks.
What?
I don't. I don't know if these will work.
Even better.
Yes, the
Mystery drinks.
the herbalist in town didn't know the herbalist's handshake.
Oh, well, he must either be new or retired or not a union member.
It seemed perhaps that there were strange customs this side of the border.
Terrible. I mean, all the herbalists in my town were of the union and knew the handshake.
Not a union man.
I mean, my good Uncle William, he was a notable herbalist, and he definitely knew the handshake.
William Walker was a good man.
Oh, he knew his way around. Miss that guy.
I have one for you.
Mystery drink?
Yeah.
I love mystery drink.
It's for healing.
It's for what?
Healing.
For what?
Healing?
Healing?
Yes.
Oh.
I
Well,
can
I'm not hurt, Dandelion.
Well, it's for later.
Well, emotionally, I'm distraught, but does this help with that?
I'm gonna pull out my flask. No, this is for that.
You're right. And I have one too, because you gave me one.
And then I have another one as well. I don't know who wants to carry it. I can do some healing with my magic.
And you should carry it. What if you get hurt?
Well, then I can heal.
Yourself?
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
But if I'm not there, or
You are pretty good at staying on your feet, though.
I can do things from pretty far away. You get hit sometimes?
Sometimes, yes. Perhaps our large friend.
No, for me, no. It's going to take more than a couple measly hits to get me to go on there. You hang on to it.
I bought it for someone else.
Twig?
I don't get hit.
She doesn't get hit.
You're right.
That was my thought.
All right.
It was very nice of you, Dandelion.
I want to make sure nobody gets hurt.
People are going to get hurt, though. That's inevitable. I promise. Except for Twig. She doesn't get hit.
Have you gotten hit ever?
A couple times.
You were downed in the one fight, I thought, right? Yeah, with the assassin man at the back of the casino. I think there were 2 people downed in that fight.
Yeah. It's the only time though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's no young master.
Mm-hmm.
This is the king of getting downed.
Mm-hmm. Besides, if anything happens to Twig, we've got 3 people who can heal her. It'll be fine.
We have a lot of healing now,
Mm-hmm.
so everyone can be safe.
Mm-hmm. It's a good plan. Well, I'm gonna get some shut-eye.
We're camping out right outside the city, right? Or did we go travel a bit further?
It would depend on what time of day it was, obviously.
Yeah, you guys would have traveled further.
Sure.
Just also to not camp right outside of the city. Also,
Yeah, I
It
mean,
wouldn't
again,
have
we
been
wouldn't
right
be
enough,
like
though.
literally right outside of it, but
Yeah.
Put a tent up right outside the inn.
We're not paying you.
And you can't fucking do anything about it.
these prices?
Then we start
watch.
we start charging for people to sleep in.
we're about to unionize Arbor.
You're about to experience the hurt of a free market, bitch.
So Mr. Pigeon and
And Rin.
Rin take first watch.
take all the watch.
All the watch.
Just say, I think I can take all the watch.
Mr. Pigeon doesn't need to sleep, nor does young master.
Glare at young master.
It's Rin.
No, I'm Rin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean yes?
Mm-hmm. Someday, maybe you'll accept him for who he is. It's hard. I understand. He talks much less than he did before.
That's not him.
What?
It's not him.
What do you mean?
It isn't Rin.
But it is. You see him.
It looks nothing like him.
What are you talking about?
No.
His face.
looks a little bit like him.
That's how I remember him.
And he has the right haircut.
Right?
I will.
Those are the only things I could force.
I'm going to
Shank him.
yeah. No, I'm.
You were pointing a dagger at him before.
Yes, because it's not him.
It is.
I'm
Could've been
going to. Where's my?
Shank? It's in your pocket.
Yeah, no. Where's that spell to just stab someone a bunch of times?
It's called make knife.
Nice knife.
Mm-hmm. It's a good spell. You sucked with it. It did not do well
Did not
for you.
do well
It's
for
a-
me.
What did I
Toll the dead.
use to
Also
turn
not good for me.
into
Into what? Small?
no
Doodle Rin?
Disguise self? Silent image?
Gun.
Gun?
I don't think silent image can do that.
What are you talking
I'm gonna
about?
cast
You haven't-
lock.
you haven't-
when I turned into Marcus.
Young Marcus?
Yeah.
You definitely have disguise
bastard.
self prepared. You probably just don't have it prepped.
I don't remember taking it off.
It depends. You might have
Maybe
taken
we
it off when we
changed.
were doing it for the combat. Like, it's not a combat-y spell for you.
Yeah, but I'm not usually switching spells out that much.
That's true. Very true.
I'm not min-maxing anything. I'm like, well, I got, this charm person spell for the middle of this battle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna thaumaturgy this person on my turn.
All right, well, if I can find it, I'm gonna turn it into Rin. If I can't find it, never mind.
Yeah, but is it Doodle Rin? Or is this like legit, like HD Rin,
4K.
but like short?
Um,
Like Rin Light.
I mean, before
Rin Zero.
when I turned into Marcus, it looked like Marcus. It was just the tattoos that were a little,
Yeah, but also short.
I was short. It doesn't seem to matter, though, because I cannot find spell. I didn't choose proficiencies for my bard. Oops. I'm good at D&D. It's fine.
Killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Doing so good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just forget what I said, because this doesn't seem to exist. This might have been before we reworked Dandelion, too.
You said little Bell is in between me and Endgear while we're sitting in the
In the car.
caravan going along.
Mhm.
I would request from Sir Mr. Pigeon my belongings, so this way I can educate Bell on the ways of paladining, particularly my crowbar.
Rin will take a day and present your bag.
Your sack, sir.
Hold your bag aloft.
Thank you, Rin. You're a great friend, and always have been. No, you have such a way with words, young master.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it does say it understands language it's spoken in life, but it can't speak.
Yeah.
So it does understand. I can communicate with it telepathically.
Oh, I miss you, buddy. I'm glad you're here.
I really like that you have the stat block named Rin.
Well, I would, take out my powdered silver and iron and, some of my other things and place them, obviously still in my hands in front of her. I was taught to be a holy man by my father.
What's that?
Crowbar?
Holy man
Silver.
by my father.
I said Crowley, man.
No, this is the powdered silver and iron, and then the holy pitons.
Holy
And
pitons.
then
The silvered pitons.
the silver
For,
pitons.
for staking the corrupt.
Pull out my, sacred,
For ascending
Grappling
the
hook.
mountain to heaven.
for
The holy
prayer.
What is a holy man?
Oh, I worship the gods. Do you know anything of the gods?
No.
All right. Well, I mean, first there was
Please.
Cinder Claus, and then his son Gunter Claus came about, celebrating the fabled time of the year of Christmas, where they give gifts. There's a bear involved, I hear. He's got a red suit.
I don't think those are gods.
Don't you lie to me.
I met him.
You met God?
No, I meant Gunterklar.
Gunter Clare? His wife?
Yes.
And Gunther Clare.
Yeah.
If you're going to tell the child about the gods, start at the beginning of the story, when the All-Father created everything.
Yes, my father long ago made everything.
Dad is God.
I mean, in a non-blasphemous way.
I don't think there's a non-blasphemous way.
Whoa! I'm the paladin here.
All right.
Sorry, your Chad is God.
Yes, Chad is a holy name. It's been handed down in my family for generations. Marcus, meaning hammer. Shaw, meaning of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So I am the Hammer Chad of the woods. Chad, of course, meaning Chad.
Is that what it means?
Yes, true name of God.
Is that the whole?
Chad.
Is that the whole name?
Yes. The Hammer Chad of the woods. We really go into the trees and
That's all the names that you've been given.
all of them. Oh, I mean, I have my clown name,
But your parents didn't give you any other names.
Marcus Chad Shaw.
Right, aside from those ones.
Oh no, those are secret family names that I cannot reveal. I'm sorry.
So there are more.
Oh,
You
of
have
course.
secret names?
Yes. This way, in case I encounter anyone else of my bloodline out in the wild.
Do you have initials for them? Can we know the initials for them?
No. Good lord, no.
That's where the power is.
The acronym itself gives me my power.
Hey,
Can we know one of them?
P.
P.
Yes. And I won't tell you where it is.
Percival.
That's not where it is.
Is it Piton?
You're good at this.
You said the word Piton.
A lot. It's part of my family's history.
But it's one of your names?
Yes. I was named after one of the most integral parts of paladining. The Piton.
I have to ask.
It is integral in, hey Belle, do you know how to make a holy man?
See?
And I
He
pick
gets
up a piton and I go, like this!
it. Exactly.
You get it? You poke a bunch of holes in him.
Oh,
Holy man.
okay.
Ours were more for climbing the King's Bluff Mountains when we fought off the, horrible hordes.
The king's a mountain.
Well, once long ago, there was a mountainous king. Marcus First.
Marcus the Mountain.
Yes, a good man. First of my bloodline. He, used his holy pitons to climb the mountain and assist in the venerable wars.
don't know if
I'd
any
like
of
to
this is-
insight check Marcus.
I'm gonna say it's true.
I'd still like to insight check Marcus.
That's fine.
Persuasion, that I'm assuming. 11.
3.
Sounds real to you.
He sounds
He
convinced.
sounds very convinced that this is what happened from
Yes.
his father's stories.
Yes, well, you know, we Chads have always been there since the dawning of time, serving noble men and women in positions of
Pause and women.
in positions of power, predominantly missionary. We are noble men. The family has been missionaries for some time. We pass words along from one holy family to another to ensure that the good word is and seed is spread. It's part of why the sacred tree is so important to my people. It is the most sacred of seed.
Farmers.
Yes. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Our village song. Dandelion, if you could assist in the pan fluting. She's got it already.
That's good.
Yes. We had an alliance of sorts.
You had a
Like
lion.
a union. Oh, yes, many lions. Plain lions. Lions of the plain.
Okay.
Pliance.
Pliants. No, plain lions. Would roam the golden fields with their golden manes and their golden fur. Noble steeds. My father rode a lion,
Okay.
as did his father.
What about his father?
No, unfortunately, he did not have a lion to ride. There were not lions then.
Okay.
Lions had to be tamed over a course of years. Someday I will have a lion to ride. I must find the lion. Make
Can you
friends
not-
with it.
Could you not create one with your...
Oh no, I've not
Holy
seen.
magic?
I've
Is
not
that
seen
like
a lion.
Is that like a
specifically.
dandelion?
No. Those
Well,
are
it's-
dandy lions.
It's kind
They're
of
the
same.
happiest ones.
Ren, can
I
I
named
get
you
a
after a
lion?
plant.
What was that?
Can I get a lion?
Are,
You get a lion.
are these golden lions also plants?
No.
If we can
They're
find
lions.
one, maybe.
Okay.
What does that mean?
A lion?
Don't
Yes.
know if it's safe.
Well, according to my father's story, it was a large cat-like creature.
Nothing
not
worth doing
not
is
like
truly
Twig.
safe.
Okay. Yeah.
A little bit
We'll
more
figure it
golden. Not
Sure, Marcus can handle that for us.
Okay.
not one to talk.
Bill.
Maybe
Hey, Bill.
you are a lion.
We'll get you a lion.
Yes. Again, they're far more scarce now. Bastard poachers.
Dead.
Yes, dead. Goldview was famous for its lions. That was our town team. The Goldview Lions. We would play all kinds of wonderful athletic competitions in the fields.
Field hockey.
Yes, how did you know? There would be a ball and we would have hammers. That's why I was taught to use them all. Named after the lion's ability to claw with its great hands. Pause. Pause. Maybe you are a lion. The more I think of this, is this the first time I've... Can I find Steed and make a tabaxi?
You could make a horse look like a tabaxi
just
and it'll be
piggyback.
really horrifying looking
Bam!
for sure.
Some kind
It'll
of
be the worst.
horse lion.
Like the skin of a tabaxi stretched over a horse. It's bad.
Oh, hold on,
Reminds
hold
me
on.
of Shimmer, and I don't know
Why is that where your mind went?
Well, in a video game, if you were to take the skin of one thing and just force it onto a different model, that's
Yeah,
what you're
this is
getting.
just the cosmetic
This
change.
is the cosmetic change of a weird, horrible tabaxi horse.
Cast Find Steed and select Tabaxi skin.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody reskinned the cat from Stray to be CJ from fucking Grand Theft Auto. It was horrifying.
Oh, sorry, Belle. All the story time has really worn me out. I'm gonna get some shut-eye. I have to dream of lions and the pretty plains once again.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey, no problem. You ever have any questions about the ways of the world, you come right here to Marcus.
Okay. Thank you.
Good night, Belle.
Good night. Yeah, you guys set up camp. Cookie is already passed out. There's a plate of cookies next to him that he left out for you guys. He is zonked. He's
Zonked.
He's zonky. He's got a towel like tucked into his shirt, and he is just heavily drooling in his sleep.
Thinking of tomorrow night's meal. Clearly.
Yeah, who's taking watch?
It was me.
I'm going to leave Shimmer up as well.
Sure. Everybody else going to sleep. Mr. Pitchin watching alone.
Well, me and Ren.
Not alone.
You and Ren, the young master.
Mhm.
You guys splitting shifts, or are you not sleeping?
I'll watch like 2 hours, and then I'll meditate and have Ren keep an eye, and then I'll get up and finish.
Sure.
I'll plant
And I think
Zonkey's head on the...
I think it says you're semi-conscious while meditating, so I
Yeah.
can't like watch everywhere, but I can at least watch a direction while I
Yeah. Sure. I'll have you make
Ren
me
watch the other.
make 2 perception checks, please. And the second one, I guess,
Well, first
will
one's a
be,
nat 20
all right,
for
that's
a
pretty
27,
good. For 27, yep.
and the second one.
You see the lion.
Yeah, you see the lion
Standing tall in the distance. I
like
really
2 on
love
2
the
feet.
accidental thought of like my people worshipping like Rakshasa, actually.
Yeah.
And like not realizing that they were definitely cat humanoids that are like borderline deity level.
It wouldn't be weird. Wouldn't be that weird.
That'd be kind of weird.
It would be weird.
I heard wouldn't be weird, and that is the only thing I've heard.
It would be weird.
Yep. Nope. All right. Well.
12 on the second one.
12 on the second one. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, the first 2 hours that you take watch. Engir, can you also roll a perception check for me, please?
Yeah, I'm sleeping, but I got Zonkey Kong looking out for me.
Mhm.
Do you need Shimmer to roll a perception check?
Sure, Shimmer can roll a perception check.
It's your perception check to see if you hear Zonkey Kong talking to you in your sleep.
It's gonna be a 12.
12? Okay.
Zonkey speaks to me.
15.
15. Very good. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so the first 2 hours of your watch, you see a couple of, late night caravans go by, and you don't see or hear much in the way of, sounds in the woods or anything aside from just a light breeze blowing. There is a full 2/4 moon tonight. The 2 hours.
Wait.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, it's now.
No.
Yeah, it's
an
now
hourglass.
Yeah, it's a sideways hourglass. currently
Quadrants
tonight.
1 and 4.
What makes
Yeah.
it? What
Right.
makes it full?
They're the full pie pieces.
Now,
are there partial
what
pie
I really
pieces?
need to know.
Yeah, it's like a pizza slice and a pizza slice. And
But
then
sometimes
two
there's less.
blank. Yeah, sometimes there's less of a pizza slice.
Oh,
You
good.
got a full
Right,
one
right
and
now
then
the
like
bow
a
tie
small
moon.
one.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
the sideways bow tie
the
moon.
implications with the way the moon works in real life is that the shape of this planet is weird.
Yeah, so you've got the full bow tie moon tonight. The wind
It's
is
perfect night for a
yeah,
cloud to keep
yeah,
watch.
perfect night for a cloud to keep watch.
Got the moose.
And there is a light breeze blowing, almost calming and relaxing. There's really very little sound tonight, and you meditate and you have Ren keep watch for you during the later hours of the evening, approaching 3-4 a.m. And if I could have everybody except Engir leave for a moment, please.
Oh, everybody but me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like,
I was gonna say,
okay.
where are you going?
So long, and gear.
I feel bad for whoever that is.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Could you roll a D100 for me, please?
Yeah. Oh boy. $81.
Okay. you fall asleep under this pizza moon. And sleep for you is a weird thing, because normally your dreams that you have at night are kind of amorphous. You just see colored shapes and shadows, as if looking through like frosted glass almost, where you can vaguely make out shapes and bright pastel colors. But it's not as if you are, interacting with it. You are just kind of walking through this space where you can see these shapes. And that's been happening since about the time that you found yourself under the purview of the Black Flowers. Before that, your dreams were of a fairly icy, cold wasteland. Not unlike the winters that you grew up with by the mountains. But you would often find yourself walking through this icy pass in the middle of two mountains, with the sun beating down on you to where you're both hot and cold. Similar to your clan logo, or your clan symbol actually, with the two mountains. It's as if you're walking through this mountainous pass, the wind whipping up snow around you. And you hadn't had that dream in quite a long time. It had been just these kind of blurry, wind-like, wispy colors. And as you fall asleep on this night, you find yourself awakening. You wake up and you find yourself at a camp in the snow. This recurring dream that you'd had since you were a child. And instinctively, you grab your things, you throw in your pack, and you stop yourself for a second. What would you do?
So I awoke to a camp, not like my home camp.
No, you would have the same camp that you would have awoken in your dream, which would, I would say, be your home camp.
Okay, but just me.
Yeah, I would say that you would have seen this as the camp that you first went out with your parents, when you went out with your father on your first hunt in the snow to get meat for your clan.
Mm-hmm.
This was your father had taken you out, just the two of you, into the beginnings of a snowstorm towards the mountain to try to hunt. And you set up camp the night before, set up the traditional Goliath, like, teepee-style tents and a fire. And you awaken at this familiar camp, but you only find yourself.
And you said I have, like, my regular things.
Yeah, you'd have just, like, a pack full of stuff. The same things that you would have had when you were there.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming I'm waking up as the sun starting to rise?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I would walk into the pass.
Yeah. You would stop yourself for a second and remember where you are. And you would start trudging through the snow. And as you get closer to the path that you'd taken so many times, as you get closer to the base of the mountain and find yourself at this pass, you see what looks almost like a sheet of, like, bubble over the pass entrance, like a shimmery, colorful, reflective, like, barrier almost. And you see shadowy figures on the other side of this barrier. And as you walk towards them, you stop and you step to the side and watch as they mirror your movements on the other side of this barrier. And you close your eyes and shake your head as the wind is just blowing snow all over you. And you open your eyes and this is gone. It's just this same familiar pass. The figures are gone. This shimmery curtain is gone. And you continue walking
You said it was
forward.
multiple
Yeah. Multiple.
things that
Multiple
were
things.
mirroring me? Okay.
Yeah. And you continue walking forward towards this pass. And as you take your first steps into the pass, you get a sensation at the back of your neck, as if someone is breathing down your neck. And you can't help shake the feeling that someone is watching you. And you awaken out of this dream, waking up drenched in sweat in your camp, surrounded by your friends. And you feel the sense of your tracker, your spidey sense, going off.
Oh boy.
Do you say anything? I'll wait till they get back if you'd like to.
It doesn't say anything about while in the trance if I can speak,
Let me
like
look it up.
as myself. Not the telepathic message thing, but like. It says that I'm blinded and deafened. That's pretty much about it.
I would say you could speak, but you can't
Okay.
hear your your immediate surroundings.
Yeah. I'll sit up and enter my trance.
Mm-hmm. You enter this trance, and you see yourself from about 25 feet away, looking through the underbrush.
Enough to where I can pinpoint where he would be in relation to looking through my own eyes. Okay. I will dismiss the trance. And, well, fuck, I've already sat up now. I'm gonna stand up and shuffle around like I'm drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And just whisper, Marcus. Marcus.
I'm a deep sleeper.
Shuffle. And as I'm shuffling away, kind of away from the camp, like I'm going to go take a leak, I'm going to kick Marcus as I'm walking away.
Wake up, boy. We're being watched.
Yeah, Mr. Pigeon.
No. Vol is here.
Okay.
He has eyes on us now.
Well, that's bad.
That is very bad.
Okay.
Share the message with the rest of them. I need to move.
I'm going to walk like around behind the carriage. Like I'm going to go take a piss.
Sure. As you start to walk around the carriage, you see, and Mr. Pigeon, you now see, coming into view at the edge of the forest, at the edge of the road where you are standing, tall, slender, dressed in black-booted figures, blades at the ready, standing, watching your camp. And we're going to end there tonight.
Cool.
Real quick, was that after my trance or during my trance?
During.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write that
Friends,
down.
thank you very much for watching this evening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We will not be back next Friday. We will be off next Friday. But we'll be back this coming Monday for the City of Oshwamp. And then the following Monday for the City of Oshwamp. And then the following Friday, we'll be back with Adoris.
At
So-
an earlier time?
Yes, we'll be starting at 6 o'clock 2 Fridays from now instead of 7. So 1 hour earlier than we normally start. Oshwamp will be staying the same time, but Adoris will be shifting an hour earlier. Thank you for the reminder. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again, Octane, for the sub and the $25 donation. It really helps cover the cost of things, so thank you very, very much. And we will see you guys next time. Good night.
Donkey Kong.